Okay, let's get started. Our next talk is called Building a Virtual Home Lab with Cisco Modeling Labs by Melpomeni Doutsis. She is a network engineer with a passion for understanding how the internet communicates with devices. During graduate school, she focused on establishing secure infrastructure connections, building on a foundation of hands-on experience from her previous role at McDonald's. Melpomeni is excited to share her knowledge at her first conference and hopes to inspire others and explore networking through creative accessibility lab setups.
Thank you so much. Alright, she got the most part about me. But yeah, Cisco Modeling Labs is a virtual simulation. So yeah, I'm a network engineer. I just graduated with a master's in digital forensics and security. And I just want you guys to understand, and instead of just learning theoretical stuff, kind of just apply it onto hands-on. That's the best way I learn, so hopefully there's others like you out here. Okay. So yeah, I feel like CML is a cleaner version than GNS3. You can just use Cisco images directly. The package. There's a free version, but there's some things to it. But the gist of CML is that you can drag and drop nodes like switches, routers. Can simulate them, firewalls, and Linux systems. To me, it's an efficient way to test big ideas, getting ready for your certain exams like CCNA and CCNP. I'm still working on it. It's a lot. It's a lot in there, but this is something that has helped me kind of like continue to pursue it. So yeah, CML is cleaner. I feel like it's more modern, and I feel it just works great to test designs before you deploy them in the world. So it's very portable and it's very scalable because I'm just using my laptop. My laptop is like 16 gigabytes of RAM. I forgot how much CPU, but yeah, it's not a big special laptop. It supports Wireshark captures. I've heard it lets you explore automation. Network automation is a new upcoming thing. You can spin an entire environment in minutes, test BGP, simulate firewalls, validate NAT, VLAN, configs. There's also a free version for like personal use, but it's also like you can do like 5 nodes. I paid for the paid version because I wanted to explore all the capabilities of it, which I still am. I don't think they have the ability to like create your own image and put like PF sets on it with the free version, but with the paid version, you're able to do that. So setting up CML, I had some hiccups. I had to, like the bridge network wasn't working in the beginning, so I tried using like maybe a virtual machine on VM station. That didn't work out. So I continued to explore it. I had to go into my settings on my desktop, look at like IP config on the command prompt, kind of coordinate VM adapter with my desktop. You also need to enable virtualizations in BIOS, and certain settings to allow the bridge connections. So today's goal is to kind of mirror a small enterprise network, internal user, a DMZ web server, NAT translations, route on a stick for VLAN routing, and end-to-end testing with pings and the curl command. And yeah. So this is my topology. You have a router, two routers, but the main router is like the edge between like the external network and internal network. Ubuntu uses a lot of resources on the computer, while Alpine kind of uses less resources. So yeah. So R2 handles NAT and connects to the DMZ network, which is VLAN 110, where we drop in the Linux box, which is running a simple HTTP server. NAT overloads gets internal clients out to the DMZ. VLAN 10 hosts the routine client. R1 uses sub-instance spaces for VLAN routing and forwards traffic to R2, which again is like the middleman between the external and the internal network. In a way, it mimics a real-world scenario, like smaller networks. So yeah. So the first things I did was set up VLAN 10 for internal and VLAN 110 for DMZ. Switch 1 connects to Ubuntu. Switch 2 connects to Alpine. Both switches trunks the routers, which means like everything just kind of flows to the routers. Any VLAN. It's routed. So the IP is forward. Yeah. So I connect to Ubuntu. The switches are connected to routers using trunk links, access ports for the hosts, and then I use VLAN tagging. I kind of hit some hiccups, skipping certain things like VLANs and trunks, but we assign internal and external IPs. Overload using ACL, like permit 19.2 dot and then 10. Yeah, that's how that works. Then I set a static route point to R2 for any DMZ traffic. That's pretty much how Ubuntu and Alpine is statically IP. I installed HTTP on Alpine and merely added the default route with sudo. Anybody have a network experience? Or kinda? Yeah. Okay. Anybody's like, what is she talking about?
Why is your network so small? Dash 30 only gives you 4 addresses.
Yeah.
So what's on that small network? Nope.
Which one?
Oh, right there. The R1's never got this.
Oh, because it's for addresses. So it's just a switch and yeah, it's the switch and
Explain inside of the markings.
yeah. What you said?
Cider, you want to explain the cider, what the /30 means?
Slash. Anybody know what /30 means? Kinda.
That's your net mask, right?
It's like it's the amount of IPs that subnet can give out. So the way a router is, like, you have to. So routers have interfaces, ports, right? And then the ports have to get assigned an IP in order to forward traffic. So that's why we have like subnets on interfaces.
Can I help? I don't want to take over. Can I help?
With what?
Explain what you're doing.
Sure, why not?
Okay. When you subnet a network, what you're doing is instructing your equipment as to how many spaces into the address it will check to see whether it is on the same subnet or not. 30 spaces on a 32-bit address leaves you with 4 addressable network spaces on your network. Okay? So on a 32-bit address, it's going to go, okay, everything here is in this subnetwork to up to 30 spaces in the address. These are ones and zeros. So a network /30 only has 4 addresses that you can use. It's a very small network, and you're using it for a switch?
A switch and a PC.
A switch and a PC. Okay, so it's a very small network, and that was my question. And you answered it adequately. I'm giving it.
Yeah, I know. I know. Some people have different levels of network experience. Like personally, when I got into networking, like I had to take a network class at Hudson Valley, and it was tough for me. Like it was so tough. I don't know how I got into it now, but just because it was so challenging, and because I wanted to get in cybersecurity, and you need some type of networking knowledge to actually understand cybersecurity at a bigger level. So that's why I kind of had built a foundation in like the physical part of it, like troubleshooting, like your ports, and then I took the step up to networking.
Doing great.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm gonna show you a little demo of the CML, so bear with me. Or do you want to see it right now?
We got instead.
Okay, I'll show the video. So yeah, so you see all the different network devices and how much memory and CPU usage is it taking off. So this is based off of what I set on the VMware. So if I put 8 GB of memory, it will show you that's how much usage you are using based off that, not based off my desktop. So I'm opening the console.
Just so you know, we can only see step 3.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn. Thanks for letting me know. For everybody else, why you didn't tell me sooner? It's okay, no hard feelings. Do you know how to move it over?
Close PowerPoint first.
What is it?
Did you have to close the PowerPoint and then?
It is closed.
Oh.
I wonder if it's only set to one program.
Just to be
I know.
Oh.
It could be set to one screen.
Let me see. Here we go. Physical troubleshooting. Down. Oh man.
Creating like presentation mode for your applications and just move the presentation.
Maybe. I think you got it. Hold on.
So Alt-Tab switch.
There we go. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we got it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So let me start over. Okay. So what I was saying before that you could see all the CPU and memory usage
Mm-hmm.
based off of what I set on the workstation. So I'm getting into the Ubuntu console. And then I'm gonna ping. I don't remember IP addresses too well. So I'm pinging R1, the default gateway, from Ubuntu, and then I'm pinging R2 from R1. Ping really is your best friend. I'm not kidding. But now I am pinging the internal link back to R1. Success. And then next is to see if I can reach the DMZ, which is Alpine, the external network. Success.
You're pinging just to verify you have communication between these links.
Right. And then I'm pinging back to R2. Success. And then basically I'm pinging from Ubuntu to the website, which is Ubuntu to Alpine.
Is this recording it? Is that what you?
Then I'm starting my, I use Alpine as an HTTP server. I ran it and then it used a curl command and it came out to welcome to BSides. Just to show you the basic communication. Does that make more sense to you guys? Yeah? Okay. Any questions? Anything you're like confused on or want to know more of?
You said there's a free. Is there a free tier for this? You said you had the pay.
I have the paid version, which is like $250 a year. I'm network engineer dedicated, so to just learn the basic part of it. If you have no knowledge of networking, I would suggest you to go to Cisco Netacad. They got a bunch of courses, and they helped me get a great understanding of it. They have a bunch of labs for themselves too. But this was me like exploring multi-vendors, because if you do go into networking engineer job or whatever job you may go to, you're going to be dealing with a lot of different companies like Aruba, Juniper, and that's why I got into this, because I wanted to know more about that, like Palo Alto. I'm gonna try to look for a way to maybe install Palo Alto or FortiGate. But it's certain, like you can't take just a .ova file of like pfSense. It's a different file format, which I'm still getting into. But
If I were, I teach. If I wanted to use this resource for my classes,
yeah.
could I? Is there a free version that I can get my students to do an exercise? That's what it's like.
Yeah, there's a free version. It's up to 5 nodes though. So, but I feel like you could do a lot with 5 nodes. Like, you can make it
When you say 5 nodes, are we looking at like 6 nodes right here? Because I'm just counting dots on the screen, right? Does that count as 6 nodes?
Yeah, that kind of
Okay. So
Yeah.
5 nodes is like, well, almost there. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Sorry.
I was curious, with this particular tool, does it come integrated with Cisco Packet Tracer, or does it have capability to integrate both if you're aware of it?
Honestly, this is like 10 times better than Packet Tracer. But I suggest Packet Tracer to people that just want to know the little fundamentals of it. This is for like more maybe intermediate people. But yeah.
Is it possible to use this tool to simulate things like denial of service attacks and stuff, and then like we could like test how to mitigate that, or?
I didn't hear the last part. I'm sorry.
It's okay. Can we simulate like denial of service
Denial of
attacks?
service.
Yeah, like attacks like in the simulated network, or
Yeah.
or like
I
a
feel
flood.
like to an extent, because you're dealing with like Cisco licenses, so you don't want to do too much craziness. But I feel like to an extent, not. I haven't tried anything, so I can't give you like a solid answer right now. I'm sorry.
That's okay. Thank you.
But that was my like, in the back of my mind, like, can I do that? Like, I just wanted to get like the little fundamentals of things for now. Yes.
How persistent are your nodes and layouts? Like, for example, does this stuff say running into perpetuity, or is it shut down automatically every so often? Does it delete itself?
Oh, that's I'm glad you brought that up. So, so this is the server, right? CML. This is how I had to set it up before I can access it through like the web UI. So once I close this, and if I put like pause on this, right? I pause this, and I leave. And I go back to the dashboard. It will stay on for you.
Gotcha. So to be clear, this is also something running locally on your laptop with a server through what looks like VMware?
Yeah, it's compatible with VMware.
Okay, and then you're just web UI to your own laptop. Okay, gotcha now. So
Yeah.
does Cisco offer a cloud-hosted version of this, or is it strictly a client-side self-hosted solution on your own laptop?
A cloud solution, like implementing like Azure or something like that.
Well, not as explicitly, but for example, if I have, I teach on the side, Al's full-time, I'm part-time, but if I had students who just said, I only have a Chromebook, or I have some laptop with very limited resources, like is there a cloud version of Modeling Labs, or is it strictly that you have to run your own equipment?
If I'm getting your question correctly, there is labs through Cisco website where you can access that.
Okay.
But it's there's a wait time to access that, like certain labs sometimes.
Gotcha.
Last time I accessed it, it was like 15-minute wait. So you don't have to have it implemented on your on your desktop. For those who want to like actually just have CML on your laptop, you could do that too. Forgot the word for it, but just CML.
Got it.
That's all. You can do that too.
Thank you.
Okay. Any more questions? Want to know anything more about?
You said it's like $200 a year, so every year you have to buy it, or
Yeah.
Oh,
It's like a subscription.
yeah.
I know. I felt like it's better than just like buying 2 routers, installing it at the house.
Oh yeah, that's true.
No,
Put it that
like,
way.
Save electricity, yeah. That's true too.
Save electricity.
Yeah, save electricity, right? Yeah.
Yeah. But, yeah.
Is this mom?
Yes. My mom's in the building. Um, yeah. Anything else? If you guys want to check it out, come here. You can. I don't know. I'm going with the flow over here because I don't want to just talk and you guys zone out and walk out the door. So. But yeah, sub interfaces. I dealt with that to make the VLANs with the routers. So if you have a sub interface 00.1, 0/0/1.10, you also have to have the parent interface up, which is 0/0/1. That has to be up. Can't be done. Yeah, I mean, I feel like I covered most of what I wanted. I hope the expectations was satisfied. I'm good. If you guys are good, I'm good.
Is the Ubuntu box outside the software too, or is it?
It's all centralized.
It's okay.
That's
So
the best part of it because when I was doing my grad school, I had to deal with a bunch of different VMs running in the background, and it kind of ate up my resources a lot just having it run, and I had to like constantly re-IP things, and I had to constantly go back. Oh, what did I re-IP this? What did I re-IP that? It just felt more more clean just to have it on there. But I know someone asked I think you asked if you can attack it in a way.
yeah. Oh yeah. Or maybe floods or
Maybe
something.
virtual machines having routed correctly, you could do that, but that takes a lot of resources too. So for people that just kind of want to get into networking a little bit more, but not to attack it yet, I recommend. Yeah.
So for the paid version, is the node limit?
There's a limit. Cisco, man. What I paid for was 15 nodes. Yeah. There's a next level up, like premium, I think, and I think you could get like 30, 25. That's good for like if you want to get to like data center kind of workloads. I feel like that would be great because you can implement servers too onto the CML. There's like business option too, which is like unlimited. I don't know how much that costs. Maybe if you want it for like your school, maybe you could that could be good for you if anybody's pictures.
So who's their market for like the business? Like, they're marketing to the people who are like setting up networks for businesses and like they want to plan it out first and then implement it because they get paid a lot of money to do this. Is that their market? Not me. Who is it?
I feel like it's a mix of both. They probably just want to push it out to people. So I feel like in the beginning when they did set this up, they had it on just a paid version. They didn't have a free version. And I guess a lot of people didn't know about it or didn't hear about it. So then they pushed the free version out to people to get more familiar with it. Kind of like, I forgot to call it, like, just a concept thing for people to get familiar with. And maybe they'll push it more to like businesses to have their own, to create their own network on it. But there's limitations. like having an actual router, you have to upgrade the code from time to time. I don't have to upgrade the code on this, Cisco ASA firewall is one of the nodes, but that has been discontinued in 2022. So some things like that, like the next generation firewall that they have, you need certain licenses for that. I wasn't able to get it. Maybe you can. I don't know. But yeah.
Well, that would be a fun one.
But like,
You kind of just answered it, but how current is the nodes that are in there? You just touched on that, but how current are the available devices compared to what's
they're
available?
pretty decent, they, you can do your configs on the routers, on the switches, you still have those commands, they don't go nowhere. But on the ASA firewall, certain things you couldn't do compared to like a next generation.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a talker. So I didn't want to spend talking up here for an hour just
It's okay. No,
without any engagement,
yeah.
You're doing great.
I-